Hello peeps, Jordan Scrape 505 here. We've returned with another modding stream. So I did a lot of off-camera work here. So let's go to Sapien over here. So, as you can see, a lot of things look different. So I got the skybox in a state that I am happy with at the moment. Here, I'll go in full screen here so you can get a better view. So, I painstakingly spent 2 fucking days, and this did take 2 fucking days because I had to do a lot of work here. I had to individually screenshot parts of Miami in Google Map satellite images, and then make transparent textures of them, and then put them all together in different quads, because if I did it in all one texture, it would have just taken... It would have looked too low quality, and you wouldn't be able to make a big enough texture to represent all of Miami. So this whole skybox, these like land masses, are made up of about 21 textures, I believe. So this is 21 textures I had to all individually match up, to make sure it all fit together, which is a pain in the ass. And for each of those textures, I had to go in and clean them up from all the fucking icons Google Maps puts in. So, for example, like I had to remove a Google Maps logo over on that one. And that's kind of the result here. And I still have work to do. I need to fix the UVs on the water. Gotta remove this. Add more buildings. Fix this over here. But other than that, it's going well. Oh, hi. That one Gumball editor. I also added the atmospheric fog, which I have to fix because if I go over here, you can see you can't see the landmass, this is where the Everglades would be. So, I mean, the thing is you're not going to be able to go out this far in the map, so you won't, like, be able to see the fact that it's all an illusion and it's not an actual city, it's just, you know. So, I did that. So, I also realized it's, like, you can kind of, like, this isn't going to work up close. So, what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to extend the pavement outwards to, like, I want to say around here, right? Whenever this pixelated like stuff could be excused, because they're not going to be going out that far. So I'm gonna have to copy the beach and put this over there, make cheap versions of it, and then I'm gonna have to copy the buildings and also put them here. And I still have like 800 to 900 instances to work with when it comes to that. I've been playing Sonic.exe games lately. Oh, I didn't know that, Gumball editor.
And Sonic.exe games?
Yeah, that one, Gumball editor, was talking about that.
Oh.
And then we have the ODS, like, I have to fix the advertisements here. So for the mission, it starts out in the Miami Police Department here, and you get the access to the police cars, which I worked on. What are you gonna say, Ratzer?
Oh, never mind.
Okay.
No, I'm looking at Cora's meme, it just says, like, Captain Keys and Halo C and then CEA, and it's like, no, I was talking about Campaign Evolved, but no, it's just Combat Evolved Anniversary.
Yeah. That is true. And for the police cars and the police, I've made their... So, in GTA Vice City and in Miami Vice, the police cars have like a green texture where the black would be, so I kind of replaced that. Still need to replace the logos on the car here to be the Miami Police Department, not the New Mombasa. But as you can see, you can drive the car at some blue colors, the Miami, Police Department. Hey, how are you doing today? I guess I could be better. There's some things bothering me, and I just hope they all work out.
Oh, my homeboy, this is for you. Mr. It was fuck. Don't tell him I
So,
said that.
over here, we have the Police Pelican. Now this one I actually had to make a new texture for, because it didn't have the same colorization as the, you know... Hold on, I'm just lowering the Sapien volume a bit in case it's too loud. So it has the logo of the City of Miami Police, unlike it doesn't have the New Mombasa Police Department anymore. It has the same colors as the car over here. So yeah. And it has the lights from the Police Pelican. And you can fly it. It doesn't have any weapons though, and I'm not sure what I'd give to a police, like, vehicle, what weapons, because they're not going to be having fucking military-grade shit. But then it's like, you can't really, like, use a Pelican here in a single-player mission without weapons. It's okay, Jordan, says Selwyn Gumball Editor. Are you going to be adding Police Falcon? Yes, we're going to add a Police Falcon. The guy, Alex, made the tags for the Falcon, so he had a police version of it, so we'll have that. There's no reason not to. I even considered making a darter, I think it's called. Add miniguns. I don't know, I was considering, like, Riot Gun. Thank him for that. Let me look for it here. I just gotta get this, sorry. Hold on. It's taking some time. Let me switch to display capture. So as you can see, the Halo Wars ambulance kind of would work as a good riot truck. And it also would be good to make the Halo Wars ambulance screw off. Sorry about that. So I did that. So I was thinking the Gremlin would be a good base for that because, you know, it's not really a... What the fuck? What happened? Whatever, I guess we'll drive this instead. You should play Ape Escape. Why? So I can be groomed by that fucking... the fat ape? The yellow ape you talk about? Man, we're getting everyone here today. Let's fucking go. So yeah, so I also worked on the biome here. So what's needing... So I have two things I can do today. I can either work on the ambulance and riot truck, or we can work on, like, polishing the map here. So I guess it's up to the viewers here on what you want to see done today. Let me go to my live stream on. Can I not make a poll? What the fuck? Oh, of course, Ratzer leaves me. What an asshole! That guy is the only 2 and 3 as a boss fight. The first one doesn't have Yellow Monkey. You should make a Police Cyclops and Mega Bloks. No one has ever made it for a Halo mod. Well, I need a model of the Halo Wars 1 Cyclops to be made. I'm a viewer and I vote add Jacob Sockness to the mod. Oh my. Is that guy even still kicking fucking Trek Snow? Is he still kicking? Oh my. But we are in Florida right now. I don't know if you would be in Florida. Oh yeah, Police Warthog and Mongoose would be cool too. I know I want to do a Police Stingray, because, and maybe have it have a troop carrier method, so it's a bit different than using the Warthog turret. As much as I want to work on the ambulance right now, I think it's more important I actually polish the map. He occasionally streams. He lives in Gay Francesco, California. California? Alright, so we're back in the fucking blender here. So, I'm gonna turn off the skybox for the time being. Well, I would if it didn't freeze when I did that. Okay, that's okay. I think we're okay here. What the fuck? I do not want that. Hide. So, I'm gonna have to fucking... So, the main thing here is I need a lot of fucking palm trees. Oh, what the fuck is this shit? No. Don't need you. Get out of here. Oh, don't tell me. No! Fucking Oh my god. I don't know if I should keep the skybox enabled. Because it kind of gets in the way of me developing this. Maybe not, though. Well, first of all, I need this shit removed, because we're not using these. I guess we can keep the skybox enabled. Doesn't seem like there's any harm in doing that. Alright. I guess we'll focus on adding the plants here. Because that's the simplest thing. So let me go search on Sketchfab here to see if we can find anything. Okay. In Trek Snow, one of my favorite things about Sockness is how he main flips from being hardcore conservative Christian who also worships demon aliens and talks about his regarded fetishes and using magic on enemies. And, you know, that's not really very Christian of him. Sounds like he's bound for hell. Florida Palm. Ooh, I found a free model. Florida Foliage. Hold on, I gotta inspect it first before we do anything with it. Oh, it seems pretty high quality. And it's a free download by Kenny McGuire Studio. Published 2 years ago. Triangles. Okay, I think we'll be okay then. Alright, I'm gonna download this. That should be all we need here. GTLF. GLD texture size 2K. I mean, usually you don't want to use 2K, but in here, I guess it's like a few plants, so... Like, I think, you know, I want it to look as good as it can, well, without having to sacrifice as much. So let me put this in the data folder here, in Blender Models. Alright, it's downloading right now. Okay. I'm gonna go into Google Maps here and look at the streets. So while I do this, I can kind of get a good idea of what things look like. Oh, Google Maps is really lagging my PC out because it's like loading a giant fucking 3D model. Doesn't look like it's using all palm trees. I'll have to figure that out. Oh, this is taking its fucking time. Transformers, more than meets the eye. Autobots wage their battle to destroy the heat. Jeez, it's running at like 2 FPS while I'm just trying to get this. Come on! Okay, I think... Okay, I think I've cracked the code here. There's a lot of trees. Okay. A lot of trees. Fuck. Ratter? Damn, this shit's taking its time. Yes, Sketchfab model. Can you please stop running like shit? That would be nice. Delete. Ooh, it's all one material. Oh my god, how many groups has this guy made? Oh my god, okay. Come on, whose idea was this? This isn't good for business. Oh my lord. Okay, press Control Z to undo, and now Blender's not responding. That's how it is, okay. How close to achieving his goal did that How close to achieving his goal did that Aqualung sicko get with you? It's truly wild how you had your own Jacob Sockness type figure. Man, I've had my own fucking types of those figures, like, last year as well. Like everyone was looking to fuck, like, even recently, like, people looking to fuck with me, but it's like, they kind of underestimate me, and then they just, like, they don't realize there's a self-awareness I have to, like, some things, and they don't realize this, you know. They think, oh, he's just an autistic guy, and we can just take advantage of him and manipulate him, but it's like, I've been fucking fucked with and manipulated so many times, I've kind of grown used to those kinds of things, so I'm really paranoid with people, so I know what to look out for if they're trying to fuck with me in that kind of way. You know, I kind of know the signs. But with his goal, I don't think he really got that far, and I say that because of the fact that he really sucked at it. Like, he was just constantly trying to tell me, oh, the end path of all autistics is pruning out, and I'm like, I love having a dick, though. I love, like, you know, I love being a dude. Why would I want to, like, be, like, a woman? It's just, like, but, like, it was just, like, so I never really, like, I understood what his intent was, but he wasn't really getting that far with it. Like, he was just trying to, like, make me fucking do that shit, and I was like, you know, I have no interest in this shit. It's just like, you know, it's just frustrating to deal with that kind of shit. Now these plants we don't really need to put down because Halo 3 Editing Kit already has these kind of things. I mean, I guess it couldn't hurt to have a few just manually placed down, though. But to, like, you know, add on to what I was saying before, it's just like, it was just like really weird and creepy, you know. But I would at least I can thankfully say I don't think he would have gotten far with me because I was I'm kind of just too autistic to actually be convinced to do such a thing. Because like I'm happy with myself the way I am, and I don't want to like change to appeal to like people that hate me. What the fuck is that? Why is that a thing? Let's put this on the level route. With all of these, we gotta set their materials here, two-sided. Alright, let's get to work here. So, with Florida, the palm trees are kind of lined up on the streets here, so... Let me look in here. So they just kind of have this, like, the fucking... They have, like, the trees just lined up on the sidewalks. They don't really have a planter for them. I mean, some of them they do. There's a lot of plants and foliage. I guess that's why they call it Florida. Alright. What happens if I press this here? Oh, fuck, it's one of these. Oh, each one of them is an individual. The street. Okay, so these trees are supposed to be straight. Straight. Yeah, they don't really have Yeah, I guess they just let the streets... I guess they let those trees just grow out of the fucking pavement. There's not really any planter for them. I guess we can have them just kind of popping out like that then. Hey Rainbow Bear, hey Jordan, it's been years since I've chatted in live. Yeah, you guys are all popping up today, I didn't expect that. Like, so many of you are just coming on today, like, I'm very pleasantly surprised by that. I've been having kind of a off day today so far, so, you know, it really helps, you know. I just hope everything goes well, that's all I can really say about it. Just, I don't know, some of the company I keep around myself tends to make me feel like shit sometimes. Over things I don't really have control over. And it's just, you know, it's just tiresome. It's tiresome when you're just trying to be happy and then you have people who just bring you down and trying to demoralize and blackpill you all the time. This makes me fucking not feel good. But I have been feeling better since I got on stream because, like, I have something to keep my mind off it. That reminds me. Sorry, I'm just checking Google Maps here. It's taking a bit, because, like, when I have Blender and Google, like, Google takes up a lot of memory, so I'm just trying to fucking browse through here to kind of get a reference. Ah, fuck. There's some... I have to get a few more plants here. Like, I need to find, like, hedges and bushes. I'm trying to figure out what the trees in Florida are called so I know where to look for it. Ah, fuck. See, I don't want to... It's like... I'm having trouble with this. I'm trying to think, because I think Reach has some fucking hedges I can use. And I was using them for Fallen City, but I'm trying to think about which map it came from. So I'm just doing some research right now. I don't know, maybe I should ask Rev about this, because he lives in Florida, so he might know the names of some of the foliage there. Huh. Damn. I think I might have found something. Maybe not. Fuck. I wish I could show my screen, but it's my fucking web browser, so I don't really trust it to be safe. Damn it. Oh, what's not safe? Oh, sorry, Rainbow Bear. I'm fucking trying to figure this shit out. Oh, but oh, not safe. Well, it's just because if I show my web browser, right, I don't know what will pop up. Like, for example, like, what if my fucking password or something pops up? That's what scares me, because that's happened in the past before, and I just, like... I don't know, it's not something I really want to deal with. Like, it's not a good idea to show your fucking, you know... It's not a good idea to show your stuff on, what do you call it? Because if you just show your shit, there's a chance, like... But I've just been looking for, like, more plants to use here, because I don't want to use the ones from Halo 3, because of the fact that, they're for the jungle in Africa, right? The jungle plants are for Africa, and I could have used those in Xeno Hazaku, because that's a jungle, but we're not in the jungle, we're in fucking Miami. So you're just gonna see palm trees and those, like, normal trees that aren't palm trees. I don't know, did I figure this shit out? I think I did. I might have. Anyways, I think we can get back to business here. I apologize for that. That was annoying. No! This game's a real classic, and I think it deserves a reboot. Okay, so set this shit up here. Okay, I think we got a good instance here. Oh, 20k. This shouldn't be too much. It should be okay. It should pass. I don't know. I do have to make that its own material though, the trunk. Because if I don't, then we're going to be running into some problems, like we did with Hell Jumpers. So let's make sure. Okay. Palm trunk. There we go. I gotta go back to Google Maps here. See, with this part, it's like... Let me go a little further here. On one side, there's palm trees. On the other side, there's like these oak trees. I don't even think they have those in Florida. I can't see because Google Maps is blurry. Oh, never mind. Yeah, they had these, like, oak trees. So, like, on one side, they don't have palm trees, but... Okay. And they don't really have the ferns you see here, so I don't know if I'll be using them for that part exactly. Hold on, let's get a look at this. Yep, seems like palm trees all the way down. Okay. Well, for creative liberty's sakes, I'll move this here too. It doesn't have to be 100% accurate, but it's good to at least maintain some kind of... They have like a bunch of stuff on the roofs too. Like they have plants on the roofs. Which is interesting. Maybe that's where we can place all the ferns, I guess. Maybe a good place for them. Okay, I think that's what we can use these for. I don't think these are banana trees. I don't know what they're actually called, but I just called them bananas so I would remember them. Fuck. Come on, I was just doing an undo. There we go. Okay. Now for the inner details. Some parts of the sidewalk have some planters in them, so let's go get those. Put them over here for us to use. So okay, so over here, what I'm looking at. So this is where you could use some of these ferns then. Though honestly, you kind of don't have to because of the fact we have the foliage tool, so... You mean fucking disconnection, asshole? Oh my fucking god. Alright, normal trees. Hey, these trees look a lot like the jungle trees I have, sort of, but not really. They don't have the vines. Say they're oak trees, but they don't look like oak trees. Like, I don't think they have... Actually, that does look like the fucking jungle trees. I don't know. I guess I can add a few of those as like... Okay, those might work then. You see, Halo does not have the trees I want for this, so I have to turn the Sketchfab here.
And back.
Jesus. I didn't know you were gone for so long. I thought you just left.
Are you still streaming, or are we gonna play Halo?
I'm still streaming. I'm working right now.
Alright.
No, I'm already behind on getting this fucking map done. What the fuck? Oh, Lord. Oh, shit. Oh, Silver Ninja. You're here. I did not know you were here. Fuck. I'm so sorry. I would have said something sooner if I saw the chat. I was just looking at the browser to get these models. He's a hard worker and he's doing his best. Oh, of course, Ratterleys. What an asshole. I'm just kidding. But Jesus Christ, the fucking vertices on this shit. Why do these need to have so many? They're lagging my fucking PC just by looking at them. Oh no. Oh, oh, sorry. I said sorry again. Well, I just didn't see your chat message, so I don't know, I say sorry a lot. Oh, damn. 2K vertices for this shit. These are not well optimized. I mean, they look good, though. It's just, well, right now I'm trying to recreate Miami in fucking Halo. So, I've been looking at Google Maps to kind of study this one part of Miami I'm kind of recreating. So if I go into Sapien here... Oh, I feel fucking low. So I've just kind of been trying to make this work, so I'm just adding all the plants and shit. Been trying to recreate the police department as well. And, well, I know not all police cars in Miami use the green, but like I just wanted to do it because I thought it would look cool. If there isn't browns on street corners or trank zombies, it's not accurate. I mean, I could add the brutes in the flood, so it'd be I mean, the whole plot here is the fucking Banished are invading Earth and they attack Florida, so I guess you know you are gonna have to deal with a trank zombie. Oh fuck. So yeah, I've just been trying to fucking figure this shit out. This is the thing that's been like for the Sonic stuff I want to do too, like, for example, my Shadow the Hedgehog thing, I want it to be a retelling of Forces, but I'm like, how the hell am I going to translate the more, like, cartoony design of Sunset Heights to a more realistic art style? Because I know for that thing, I kind of want it to be more like the first Shadow the Hedgehog game. Well, I guess it's technically not realistic, because they had, like, anime humans, technically. But I've been kind of I'm starting to understand the design aesthetic of the human buildings in Halo, and the design aesthetic is that they're pretty much like earlier versions of Forerunner buildings, because Forerunners are humans. So I've just been kind of learning that, because at first I was kind of struggling with it a bit, but I've kind of learning it. So eventually I think I'll be able to make like proper shit for the Sonic stuff. It takes time to kind of learn the aesthetic. Oh fuck, that just makes me think of the Halo remake, because I remember people of Master Chief's comment section were talking about the Prophet going on a speech. The triumph of tolerance being destroyed by the burden of proof over the destroyed world of promise. Okay, so thankfully it seems like they are separate models here, so I think it should be okay. I think I can import this, because the engine, like, Halo Free Editing Kit is pretty, like, you know, it's a old-ass game. Oh, OBS, don't do this to me. Don't disconnect me. What the fuck? Okay. See, this is the problem when they put everything in one, like, group and shit. Camera, object. Gotta scale this shit down. I started working on this map because I took an interest in Florida. And I do not... And I think my main thing was I wanted... Because I put fucking dinosaurs in my mod, so my main goal was like, I want to put a fucking Spinosaurus in the Everglades. Because I'm like... I kind of like how America has those swamps and stuff with the crocodiles and shit. Like, that's cool. So I'm like, if there's like a whole thing there, it would be cooler if there was a Spinosaurus. Okay, so now I gotta clean this shit up here. Because it has this weird name, Oak Tree Bark. I gotta pull up the Google Images shit here and see if I'm getting this right. Yeah, okay. See, most of the tree models did not have, like, enough... Like, I need something that, like, really gives, like, shadows, because it needs to kind of... Like, I really like trees that project a lot of shadows, so when I have to bake light maps for this shit, which takes forever, but it's better than all the fucking fancy, smanchy, dynamic lighting shit you have in Unreal Engine. Actually, I just realized... Come on, Blender, hurry up and load. Yeah, okay, that's on the pavement, that's a problem. You can't have that on the pavement. There we go. So I'll have to keep them separate, just so it doesn't, like... Which means it counts to the instances, but I only see myself using the oak trees for this park, because if I look over here, it doesn't seem like they're on the beaches, and it's just a small area of Miami I have to recreate here. God damn it, OBS, stop disconnecting. I'm gonna put on a show here. It is pretty big, because that's a fucking warthog, so... I think it should be fine. I'll just put it in the ground a bit more. Probably should get these guys for more variation. Honestly, they aren't really the best, like, models for Halo, though. Like, 60... Come on! No, I can't put that... Like, I'd have to cut that into so many pieces to make it work, and it'll take too much space. We cannot use this. What about this one? Okay, that's a little more acceptable. Okay, that's not too bad. Oak tree branches to... I'm gonna do this. Yeah, so it looks like they have a bunch of, like... It seems like the whole pavement here is just a bunch of oak trees, so... Also, another annoying thing was the fucking Sonic Mania Sound Sources channel was saying it was shutting down now because of something, which kind of sucks, because I was kind of looking, like, to commission people for music and shit, and I'd like to point to, like, that as a reference for something. I don't know, it depends on whenever I want to do that Mania-style soundtrack shit, because right now I kind of want to do, like, 90s and 80s stuff, kind of like the Sonic OVA. So I don't really see a lot of people trying recreating that kind of style of music. And I just realized I need to mark these as double-sided and render only, because if you don't do that, they'll not come out correctly in Engine. Double-sided render only. At least it's two separate textures, so I don't have to really be too concerned about that. It is a huge-ass, like, fucking tree model. I think it should be fine, like, it shouldn't be too big of a deal, I don't think, because it's not really... Gotta check here again. Yeah, it's just like, I'm looking at the Google Maps and it's like they don't eat, like, they just have palm trees sticking out of the sidewalk. How cool is that? I don't have that here in fucking Canada. But I guess I have less fucking, well, I can't say that. But I guess, I don't know. I was gonna say I have less of that shit to deal with, but I don't think that's actually accurate, because I gave it some second thought. I'm like, you know, yesterday I was out on my fucking bike, my motorcycle. It's legally an e-bike, but it's pretty much an electric motorcycle. But I was out, and then I was like, I saw this, like, urban-style individual trying to rob this, like, guy with a truck, and then he was calling him a punk, and he was running. It was like 4 a.m., and I was driving home. And I was like, oh, fuck. Reminder to lock your doors at night. Oh, I guess that doesn't stop them, but... Yeah. Okay, OBS, you can stop fucking disconnect. Actually, am I still fucking streaming? Let's see here. I am, thank God. But it's because I'm probably streaming at, like, normal hours, because, like, I was actually fucking, like, I'm actually awake right now. And before, like, my sleep schedule got fucked up, so I had to spend some time actually getting fixed up. And it's hard to get it fixed for me as of late, because of the fact that, honestly, like, doing work like this, putting a bunch of shit on Blender, it's not the most fun thing to do. Like, in the end, it's rewarding, because I'm going to go into the editing kit and see, oh, look, I have all these trees, this city's looking a lot more lived in, it's looking a lot more like Florida. But, it's just going to be, it's not like the most engaging work. And I think I should have just played video games, but I don't really have much to play, right? Because it's like, well, I have a lot I could play, it's just it's not stuff I'm really interested, like for the Sonic games, like Sonic Robo Blast. I was playing the shit out of that last year around this time during the summer, and I remember I think I was trying to get all the emblems, because I'm like, I want to get access to the console command shit. And my main motivation for that is I wanted to be able to just give my characters the Super Emeralds instead of having to unlock them all, because bring in new fucking modded characters. Because they let you save on modded like slots like now, which wasn't a thing before. I will say, I'm not sure how to feel about the new skybox they made for Red Volcanoes Zone. I'm not sure if I'm really a fan of that. I think it should be okay. Okay. I'm going to inspect these guys, see how taxing they will be on performance. Oh, okay, that's not too bad. I mean, it's a small-ass tree, but that'll do better. I gotta check the Google Maps here. So there's patches of like open like grass here. So I don't have to spam trees everywhere, but there are still plenty of trees. Honestly, this doesn't even have to be that small, I don't think. I mean, it's a bit low poly, but I don't think it's that big of a deal. I wanted to try Niagara Falls or Toronto, but I kind of... Like, I wanted to do something American themed, since I already did Canada stuff in 2024, and I did Japanese stuff in 2024. I kind of just took a lot of interest in shit. Mostly because of the Everglades. Because I was watching a lot of fucking... Because I got an aquarium, so I was watching a lot of fish videos, and there's like a lot of stuff in Florida relating to fish, and I was watching videos how they like capture like tropical fish there and sell them, or they capture lionfish and eat them, or lobsters, like, and that really interested me, so kind of got me into like interested in the Florida stuff. I guess I just have to keep, like, putting trees randomly. And like I said, it doesn't have to be 100% accurate, because it's like, Halo's 500 years into the future, so you can take a lot of liberty when it comes to the environments here. Like, you don't have to be 100% accurate. Okay, we need to grab all these, because we don't need them in here, in this area. Oh shit, okay. Maybe over here. Oak trees. Rotate a bit, so it's a little bit of variation. See, that's the hard thing about, now that I think about it, that's the hard thing about designing Sonic levels, is the fact that you speed through them so fast that, like here, all this detail, this is about, I think, 5 minutes of gameplay here, right? Because you have to walk from the police station over here while fighting, like, banished bastards. But if it's a Sonic level, like, for example, the Shadow character, he can just speed through this in, like, 22 seconds. So it's, like, it's much harder for, like, designing Sonic levels in 3D spaces because there's so much, like, shit you have to, like, account for. And that's why 2D games are so much easier, because you can just use tiles, you can just use a scrolling background, and, you know... Honestly, I should be making a 2D Sonic game instead of trying to do 3D, but, like, I just got a hold of that engine, and it's like I kind of understand, like, 3D a lot better. Like, that's the reason I never could get into art, because of the fact that, like, I couldn't get a grasp of shading compared to, like, making 3D models and textures, because the engine handles all the, like, lighting and shit. Well, I suppose I can just scroll out here. Okay, I can just get a bird's eye view to kind of get an idea of where the trees should be. Oh. Okay. That's much easier. Actually, before I continue with this, I want to make sure these trees work before I end up having, like, finding out that they're just going to crash the game. I do have to add a bunch of pools here, for some reason. Like, I'm looking at the map here, it's like all these fucking buildings have pools. So I'd have to add one more right over here. Control S to save it. I just realized the trees aren't even in the fucking collection here. I usually, you know, I wanted to try and get this all, like, you know, I'll do it early. Oak tree. Let's get you all into collection here. Now to put on the compiling text, because it's compiling shit. Okay. .as file. Structure. It's not saving my settings for some reason. That's really weird. Now I've just gotta wait. In the words of Sonic the Hedgehog from Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog Christmas Special, Stop stalling. Let's stop stalling and get hauled. Jesus fucking Christ, that's autistic as fuck. Oh, jeez. Gotta specify it. It's taking a while to export. It's probably all the trees I added, just adding to it. Well, at least the base map is working. I'm thinking I'll actually work on all the encounters and scenarios when I get all the BSPs done, because I kind of just want to... I want that to be a smooth process. I think things will go faster if I just get everything I need to be, you know, finished with done. It might work better. I'm gonna make a new Danish ship for that too. Well, this is gonna take forever, so while that's waiting, put it on break, because I gotta... Well, I would if... I have the break footage. I do. I guess... There we go. There's something to keep you guys entertained while you wait for me to return. I'll be back in like 5 minutes. I'm gonna go water the plants. Actually, you know what I could do before I do anything? I can move the text down. A duplicate. I'm playing Roblox right now, but there's two that are the worst. What do you mean by that, Rainbow Bear? There we go. So now there's a way to have like a thing so you can actually see the footage. Okay, that works.
You want to know what else is a rat? Jordan? Sounds like Epstein claws. Epstein claw? Epstein. Alright. Jet fuel can't melt steel beams. 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 Jet
Hello?
Damn, that is pretty good.
Have you been
I want to add
just...
that.
What have you been saying since I was gone?
It's just some funny shit.
Oh, I'm just gonna... Hold on, I gotta get a drink and then I'll be back with you.
Alright. Got a shit.
Rat of the turd, I have returned. Sorry about. So what have you been saying to my fucking? What have you been saying to the chat? Rat turd. Man, I just left for a second to get myself some sparkling water that is flavored like Pepsi that I got from fucking Walmart.
Hello?
Hello?
Back now. Okay.
What were you telling my damn stream chat while I was gone?
Funny joke. Relax. No, it's not. It won't get you banned from. It won't get you banned. I promise. It's just a stupid joke that you heard from Family Guy.
All right, whatever you say. Anyways, it's time to fucking import
If you
the
can
map.
say the joke on Family Guy, then you won't get banned on YouTube.
Yeah, I guess so. Let's go fast. All right, let's see if this crashes or not. What the fuck? Mesh vertex text chords too
What happened?
large. Larger than 4. What the fuck? What the hell's that supposed to mean?
Jordan, what are your thoughts on the indie cartoon Chimptopia?
I don't know what the fuck a Chimptopia is.
Okay, so there's like this indie cartoon Kickstarter trailer called Chimptopia about 3 guys trying to pay rent to their monkey landlord. So what happened is that when the first trailer got revealed, all it did was just started like shitting on Gameoverse, where the protagonist Robbie beats up, where gets his friend to like beat the shit out of Gobbles behind a tree with the baseball bats, and it pissed off the entire internet to the point where it kind of like killed his career. When he did that, it was like straight up career suicide, and now no one's like funding his Kickstarter.
Oh my.
If you go like if you look up anything about Chimptopia, it's just like the entire internet hates it, and like no one's defending it. And then he tried to make an apology video where he tried to make an apology video where he just animated himself. Well, where he just animated the protagonist getting whipped by Gobbles, the dinosaur, the Warnosaurus.
Oh
But yeah,
my
but it still
God.
didn't like. But the damage has already been done to his like reputation.
Well,
And then they made a few clips on about like the show's kind of humor, and the show is just nothing but like Family Guy humor.
well,
And then he released another clip about him with his landlord entering, demanding the building, his friends demanding for rent, and his friends are just like just trying to stall time. And then once again, these jokes are like dog shit and boring, and they said the voice acting is like terrible, as if they can't yell because their parents are sleeping in the other room. So yeah, Chimptopia is an example of indie career suicide.
honestly, I heard some of the drama from watching the guy who did that video about the fucking Dr. Robotnik clause, right? Honestly, the funniest part for me is the fact that like the show's made by a Mexican groiper, which is like, of course, like all those kinds of people are from fucking.
Oh yeah, he did.
third
Oh yeah,
world.
forgot to mention he did like missions for Nick Fuentes.
Man, and he turns out to be like from fucking South America. Who could have seen this coming? Well, you see, Ratchard, that's
Okay, and
the
what's really-
problem. He went into a space that's like an indie animation space. He tried like he you know what his problem is? He went in there with no fucking like. It's the same reason I
The
private.
thing is,
Listen, this is the reason I didn't upload my fucking Campaign Evolved video, because it's the same thing here. How has he any room to talk? I know that, but like how, like for example, how has he any room to talk shit about other people's cartoons when he hasn't made one that's good, you know? Well, let me rephrase. How can he talk? My point is he also made a shit cartoon, so how can he attack Game Over first for it? I'm not trying to say you can't criticize something if you haven't made anything. Sorry, my words came out wrong. For me, my video, like I released Attack Archipelago in an unfinished state, and it's like, how can I criticize Campaign Evolved for being buggy when I released that shit, right? So that, like, I don't like it. I still stand by everything I said in the video, but I didn't release it because I was like, I don't know, there's many people who can put what I'm trying to say much better than I could. Like that one guy who made a video going over the whole shit with the ODSTs. He did a phenomenal job, way better than I did in the video I made. I don't know. I'm happy the game flopped and all, and I kind of did join in on it, but at the same time, I was like, I don't know. And I guess, to be fair to me, this is what Broken Circle told me. He told me that I'm just a single person. My drive dropped, so I had every excuse for, like, the mod to release in the unfinished state it did. And I just wanted people to be able to enjoy what was released for it. Well, Free for Free was kind of like, you know, I don't know. I just feel like I'm better off just making my own content and spending my time just tearing down other shit, because I feel like there's plenty you could criticize me for in terms of my creations. That was kind of my mentality, but that's what I'm getting at with this Chimptopia thing. It's like there's stuff you could criticize about Game Oververse, right? But you're not the person to be saying this when you have your fucking show. I don't know, it just sounds like a fucking, like, oh, we gotta pay rent for our chimp over, like, landlord. It's just like...
And the funny thing is, everyone's saying that the chimp design character is racist because apparently he's, like a Latino character who's, like, also a monkey. I never fucking heard of this because the only race that has been racially associated with monkeys are, like, black people. But you'll never see the monkeys associated with, like, Latin Americans. I never heard of this. Like, you can even do a quick Google search for, like,
yes,
racist
Ratter, we know
monkey
this.
character.
They're just grasping at straws to call them racist, because that's what progressives do. Alright, Ratter, we know this.
Please be Rev.
Hello.
Please be Rev. Yes, it's Rev. Hey, man.
Oh, no.
We're just talking about Chimptopia, the failure, if you're aware.
I know about it, but I don't care about it.
Same here. I don't know why he's telling me about it. I'd rather talk about fucking my
No,
Halo
no.
mod.
Well, I think it's because Chimptopia is one of those examples of it tried to
suicide.
shit on a more popular indie show, got fucking dunked on it, and like an easy slam door.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Speaking of Halo, because I do have news I want to share. It's just broken recently. The layoffs have begun at 343 Studios. As of right now, 2 individuals have officially declared that they've been laid off, and there are more layoffs to come for the studio itself. We also have additional information as to what happened with Campaign Evolved and exactly why it's such a failure. We also have the numbers in terms of player counts across both Steam, PlayStation, and Xbox.
Ooh.
Developer interview of Campaign Evolved.
Yeah. No, I'll give you the information directly. So, we're going to start easy with the player numbers specifically, because, let's be frank, that's a good way to gauge the interest that people have. So, in terms of player numbers, as of right now, as of the time I'm speaking about this, on Steam, the total copies sold for Halo Campaign Evolved was 212K on Steam. Xbox only had 900 on the PS5. That was 351K. All in all, it barely sold 1 million copies. And I stress the word here, 1 million. On the PlayStation Store, as of the time of this communication, the game that is dominating PSN right now is Call of Duty Black Ops 2, the original.
Holy shit. Yeah, I heard they did re-release Black Ops 2, which they should have done that last year, because the gameplay takes place in 2025, so... Even though I hate that fucking year, but...
Wait, didn't Halo Campaign Evolved outsource the developers to, like, Ukrainians or something?
Well, that's what we're actually going to get into next. So, there's a bit more information in regards to the development. We have some additional information. In short, 343 believe that they could just simply port the assets from Halo 1 into Unreal Engine 5. And so they began development on that pretty early on. As the production continued, it was quickly discovered that that was impossible. The assets could not be ported from the original Halo on the Blam engine, and instead they had to rebuild every asset from scratch. This is why so many characters and models look a little veh, to say the least. On top of this, they also couldn't get the code to work for the brutes. Hence, rather than trying to do anything new or unique, they simply copied over a lot of Halo Reach's coding into Halo Campaign Evolved. This is why the brutes are in the game right now, not because it was a narrative choice, but because they could import the code and nobody would have noticed. On top of that, according to insider information I've been able to get my hands on, the problems with the studio were pretty ample. Essentially, the cutscene teams barely managed to get the cutscenes to work. They were running into multiple problems. And due to the switch to Unreal Engine 5, this completely killed any and all attempt to include multiplayer for Campaign Evolved. This is why it's come out as it is right now. They assumed that they would be given time to just add multiplayer later when they had more time to fix the code, as in post-launch, as a means to basically bring people back should the numbers start to decrease. That is no longer the option, or no longer the case in terms of this, because the damage is done. Microsoft is extremely displeased with 343 Studios as of right now, which is now leading into the layoff situation. Additional information reveals that the reason why they made such a big deal about the armor and the cosmetics for pre-order bonuses is because this was apparently going to also be seen in cutscenes, where essentially whatever gear and equipment you had, skin-wise, would appear in the cutscenes. Again, this was scrapped near the 0-hour mark. But they didn't remove the cosmetics because, again, they still wanted to get people to pre-order the game, and even still failed to actually get that to work.
Oh, shit. Yeah.
So, yes.
Also, I take back what I said. I'm glad Black Ops 2 released this year, not last year, because then we can remember it for this year. I just wanted to say that. But I just saw...
Oh, you're...
Wait, what?
No, you're good.
Okay. Oh, thank you. I just saw... I did not expect them to be laid off, because of the fact that they've been able to, like, kind of get away with this. Also, I'm glad that we're still calling them 343 and not Halo Studios.
The name change is not... Well, as Master Cheek said it, the cutting off of the corporate cock is not going to change this 343. Yes, it is quite impressive. And again, basically goes to show that, like I said, the world is healing and this shit is coming to an end. 343 is deeply displeased with, or sorry, not 343. Microsoft is deeply displeased with all this, and again, Ms. Sharma is very, very much not interested in dealing with these failures any longer. So, good job on her, I will say.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So now the question truly becomes, what? Well, actually, I also want to bring up something else as well. There is an individual currently working on something referred to as the Cortana Beauty mod, which essentially is going to recreate Cortana to be closer to her original design versus the Jerma face appearance. Jerma has also been made aware that Cortana looks like him, and has also been dunking on the game pretty consistently.
It's fucking hilarious.
It is hilarious that everybody is just taking the poo on this thing. So now the other big things to also mention is, well, again, as far as I've been informed, because of the failures of 343 and Campaign Evolved, the likelihood of seeing this treatment done for Halo 2 and Halo 3 is no longer on the table, at least as of at the time this information is breaking. So we are likely not going to see Arbiter ruined or anything else.
Wow, that person who was shilling Campaign Evolved in the server. Probably very disappointed.
Oh, I don't doubt it.
Well, I'm not surprised. Well, actually, I
okay.
am. I'm surprised and not surprised.
Really?
Because, like, I was expecting, because the thing about remakes is they get these remakes get astroturfed a lot, like they used to, I would say. I think this is the turning point. Because we never seen a remake actually get this shit on. Like the Oblivion remake that happened. Wait, no, was that Morrowind or Oblivion? Whatever it was. The shows were in full force for that. They were in full force with, like, so many fucking shitty-ass remakes that make dumbass changes. This is the first time there's been significant, like, backlash to it to the point the remake flopped. Right? So I think...
Oh, absolutely.
Like, because I remember back in November, when I made that video, like, I got a vocal minority of people, like, attacking me relentlessly. You know, remember they were saying Halo fans are so miserable and shit, like, you know, like, they pretty much are, like, saying, eat the shit that we're giving you, or else, like, you know, why aren't you enjoying the shit you're given? And everyone just said no. And everyone's making fun of them. Like, I seen posts where they're using those same shill excuses that would have gotten them thousands of likes back in 2021. For, like, I remember back in Halo Infinite, and they get 0 likes, and the fucking people shitting on the remake are getting, like, more than them. And I think that shows how little power they have nowadays. Like, they don't have the same power. Like, the free for free shills don't have the same power as they used to. And I think that's, like, a positive sign. Sorry, I know I've said this before, but I didn't say it on stream, so I'm repeating it here.
Oh, no, you're good. No, it's absolutely fine. And again, it's, like I said before, it shows the times are changing. This shit is dying out in a rather impressive way. And honestly, it's very refreshing to see, because essentially you're no longer dealing with a vocal minority of losers who are screaming to the heavens that Halo's not for you anymore, eat it, you know, this is what it's going to be forever, blah, 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 blah. It's not happening anymore. Again, it's failing in real time. This is something big. Because keep in mind, Halo was the biggest thing since sliced bread. And now, if Halo can fail and be decimated, a game that came out many, many years ago, what hope do they have?
Yeah.
Again, and they don't want to... Again, like I said, they don't want to acknowledge this, they don't want to admit to it, they don't want to admit that their power has waned, and so they'll continue to act like it's the 2010s all over again. They'll continue to act like, oh, you're just this and this, because again, the only power they have left now is demoralization. That's it. And even then, that's not working. People are seeing through the slop, people are seeing through the shit. People are they're coming to the realization of, oh, yeah, I don't need to do this shit anymore. I don't need to flagellate myself for the things I like. I can just go enjoy the things I want to enjoy and be done with it.
Yeah, exactly. And, like, you know... So. It's just like outside of their fucking, like, echo chambers, they have no power, right? They can't, like, and even then, they don't have the same power they used to anymore, so it's just it's a positive development, and I'm just like, that's why I'm shocked and not shocked at the same time, because, like, you know, I was fully expecting there to be so much, like, astroturfing for this, but it just fucking flopped, and I'm like... And I knew that, because even fucking Broken Circle was telling me it was flopped, and usually he's I don't want to say he's pessimistic about these kinds of things, but usually he's not, like, one to be, like, you know, because he has the mindset people are just gonna, like, buy this shit anyways, right? There's gonna be idiots who buy this shit up. So hearing that from him was like, oh, fuck, I know it flopped then. I know it didn't do well.
Oh, absolutely not. And again, you see it now in real time. Now, they can't hide this anymore, because people will figure it out one way or the other, especially with this whole, like, again, these two individuals who have been posting, keep in mind, one of them was involved in Halo Infinite. And the fact that this individual is now posting it and essentially is leaving the company is not something you could just easily hide, you know? It's rather telling, to say the least.
Yeah.
So obviously they had to come out with all this, and again, there's no hiding a failure of this magnitude, especially when, you know, the leader of Xbox herself is basically making heads roll and is trying to make the gaming industry a profitable industry again. But she's all about that. And again, I might not like her. I might, she is someone I disagree with. But she's doing the right thing, and I'll support it as far as this will go, since it means that, hey, if this continues, we might actually start seeing things getting back on track and actually seeing some passion return to the industry. But we'll have to wait and see. That's all I'm going to say on that one.
Yeah.
As for...
It seems like we're finally, like...
what's it called?
I feel like we're finally just, like, getting rid of, like... we're dismantling the 2020 era shit and moving on from it. And we're going back to what worked before. That's what I think is changing.
Yes, which is fantastic. Ironically, I've also heard recently that in some more recent news, at least more worldviews, political news, there is apparently, according to what I found, that the LGB are effectively now moving towards the right now. Many, individuals who completely disagree with the ideology of the heritization have actually started to go to these groups and are forming their own groups once again, which is, hey, let's just be gay and leave it alone.
Oh, so, not surprised.
Yeah, things are... Well, yeah, I mean, again, this is what happens when you lump a bunch of people together and you put them all under the same banner. It's never going to work out, and now you're seeing a... Again, ironically, I would call this the gay Great Schism.
Oh, jeez, I love how we're all using Halo terms.
Yeah, because it's very accurate and very apt for this. But yes, it's an absolute bloodbath right now, and I wouldn't be surprised if more things happen. I fully suspect they're going to try to keep Campaign Evolve alive for a bit longer, as with the nature of this sort of thing. So don't be surprised if they announce, hey, we've added multiplayer, hey, we've done this, hey, we've done that. At some point, both to basically bring people back into the fold and to get people, and to basically try and stop the bleeding to a certain degree. But beyond that, I don't believe they're going to do anything else with this. I don't expect more DLC of like the similar kind of missions that we saw with the prequel missions. I don't expect them to be able to start adding certain, like at most we're going to see possibly cosmetic changes here and there. Things like, oh, you can now have your armor appear in cutscenes and have your weapons always appear in like this, and this, and shit like that, basically. That's what I suspect will likely be appearing during this process, or as the support goes on, but I don't believe we're going to see any like big changes. I don't think they're going to try to pull oh, it's like Infinite, we're going to do like armor passes and this and that and then.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Overall, it's pretty good news all around right now, so we just need to, again, focus on that, keep doing what we've been doing, and gradually let the enemy just, spin their wheels out.
Yeah, that's why
Hello?
I am Oh, that's Chris.
I have to go for a little second. Something went up, but it's all right.
Okay. I hope he's alright.
Do you recognize his voice?
Yes, that is the whole situation as of right now. Paraleo, yeah.
Yeah, he had to change his name.
I see, I got it. No worries. It's not difficult to tell who that is.
Well,
yeah,
I guess because of the shit that happened to me last week, he wanted to remain safe as well. So, like, that's why he went about it that way.
Okay, no, I get it. But yes, the other aspects and situations have also been quite interesting as well in terms of what you'd expect. The ZeniMax layoffs are still ongoing as well, so Bethesda is still bleeding out quite significantly, which has also affected the development cycle of their future projects. specifically, again, they're being forced to get things sorted with the Elder Scrolls, Skyrim. Sorry, not Skyrim. The Elder Scrolls, Fallout. Everything's like on the significant chopping block. I mean, we know that. What's it called? Not Black Isle. What's the word? Obsidian has been tasked with doing the next big Fallout, but as far as I've been hearing, Bethesda's desperately trying to convince its parent company that they should continue to do the stuff with Fallout. And it's more effectively like gay ops, you know, to use an internet term, I should say. So they're still trying to find ways to basically get back into the director's chair, as it were. And mostly Todd's at the head of that, so I'm not surprised in the slightest.
Oh god.
He always claims to be the Fallout guy. Well, what happens to you when you're not the Fallout guy, Todd? Almost called him Ted.
Jeez, yeah.
It's been quite something.
Todd,
looking forward to where this all goes.
You know, Az was right.
Mhm.
He's been proven right throughout all the years.
Oh yeah.
It's just been proven right with every single day.
It's like that's kind of ironic because it reminds me of an old world, like somebody from the World of Warcraft days. I used to follow Noble, and a lot of people would refer to him as the Prophet because Noble was always incredibly accurate when it came to like predicting what will happen in the next expansions in WoW. So much so that people would come to him and go like, "Oh, Noble Prophet, we've come to hear you out." But that being said, nowadays it kind of makes me think like, no, Az should be referred to as, the Prophet at this point. He knows what's going on more so than most people.
This fucking Prophet, man.
Indeed, magic voodoo magic man. Yeah, it's honestly, like I said, it's very refreshing to see all this kind of. What's the word I'm looking for here? Play out the way it has. Again, very refreshing.
Yeah. Also, Rev, I have a question. Are there oak trees in Florida?
Oak trees in Florida. Let me think. Yeah, there are. It's basically white and red oak. Why?
Oh, because I was working on recreating this park that you have to fight through in Miami, right? And I noticed these, like, normal-looking trees, and that weren't palm trees. I'm like, these look like the trees here. Do you guys have oak trees in fucking And then I looked it up, and then the closest analog to them was oak trees, so I just had to put them in the map here. So I wasn't exactly sure, because I didn't want to just reuse the jungle trees from, like, I want it to be accurate, and, so I had to get new models for it.
Right, no worries. The oak trees here are more wider, spread out branches, and that's mostly because with how much sun there is, it's just more optimal to have more branches and have more leaves spread out, basically, to maximize the heat. A lot of them will also have parasite plants hanging off the branches as well. Some of them bend in strange ways to not really reach the sun, but due to the sheer weight of everything they've got. So that's a good way to kind of like differentiate it. Like more, I don't want to say mangled, but sprawling branches and trees are basically the way to go.
Okay, thank you.
No worries.
I'm just trying to make sure I just want to make sure it's like, accurate and it actually feels like it's Florida, so I've been working my ass off to make sure it represents it well. I think I should knock it out of the park with the Everglades, because I'm really good with natural environments.
Oh yeah, you've always been able to like do environmental like, again, the winter maps, the more jungle kind of like environments. It has always been more of your specialty, even the beach stuff. So hey, I say go for it. So
Yeah.
I want to joke and say it's like you should probably add like the Gatorland head somewhere just for the fun of it.
Yeah, I mean, in the lore, just like it would make sense, and also like the fucking, because in lore, there's Spinosaurus is in the Everglades because the insurrectionists put AIDS-infected stingrays into the Everglades, and the Spinosaurus had to stop them, and they did. So. If you couldn't tell, that's based off.
That's weirdly petty.
That's based off the fucking. So there's a 4chan raid on Habbo, right? And they do the whole.
Oh yeah, I remember the pool's closed.
Yeah, and then they're like Steve Irwin died, so they said the pools got infected with stingray AIDS as well, so they had to close the pools. It's just the fucking AIDS
that.
makes that super.
Habbo was such a wonderful time.
You know, I just want to say, if Chimptopia was a actual successful show, I think it'd be a really funny episode where, like, since, like, the guys are, like, fed up with their landlord buying up a lot of places and then charging them high amounts of rent, they would somehow indoctrinate communism, but then it just completely backfires. It would be really a funny episode.
I think it'd be very cool
if
there was an episode of Escape from Freedom City where Rev puts you into a fucking back cannon and launches you into a Covenant capital ship and you destroy it.
It's like, wait a minute, shouldn't the modder be doing that? Let me do this.
Yeah, just like fucking Doom Guy launching into the fucking Mars, so that's what you'd be, Rev.
Exactly, only less epic.
I don't know. Chimptopia sucks, but we have our own little show, Raptor. We don't gotta fucking worry about that. You know, we have our own slice of life show, right? You have two eye candy, voluptuous women. And you have this autistic gang of autisms.
Of autism. We call ourselves the Tism. The 63rd Tism.
We are the holy trinity of Tisms. Wait, Rev is one of us?
Yes. Again, brain damage. I'm on the spectrum, motherfucker.
Yep. You sound very
Listen, we all like Sonic here, Raptor. I think it should be obvious.
It's like a sign of autism. Do you like Sonic? Yeah. Oh no.
I swear, every single like Sonic fan I meet has it. So I'm like, oh man, I'm not alone.
It's like, oh okay. That's something we can all agree on. Okay.
Anyways, I'm glad the world is slowly healing. But anyways, Rev, how was your day?
It was fine. I can't complain. Just another slow but generally fine day. Yeah, I had to deal with a Karen, and it was hilarious because my boss couldn't get a word in edgewise. And then I insulted the person, like in text, obviously. I said, "Well, the lady goes on. It's like, oh, I don't need to do this because I'm really smart and blah 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 blah." And then I just write in the chat like, you know, the expression, "'Tis better to be quiet and be beautiful than to speak and to obliterate all doubt." And she goes, "Rev, you can't say that, but I agree."
That's so funny.
PlayStation fans got their first copy of a Halo game, and it's the worst version of all.
Very much, yeah. Again, a lot of people, myself included, suspect that had this ship with multiplayer, the bleeding wouldn't have been so bad, but because of 343's own hubris, thinking that they could just, do Bungie better, it completely flopped. And it's their own fault for bringing all this into perspective. Now, obviously, you can make the argument of, oh, but Microsoft wanted them to use Unreal and this and that and blah 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 blah. And it's like, okay, sure, you can make that argument, but they also have that freedom to say to Microsoft, yeah, we don't want to do that. We want to do this instead because it might affect us. But they thought they could prove otherwise and be like, no, we can do Bungie's work better and this and that. And again, like Cheeks put it, it's like these motherfuckers sure be crazy. It's like, yeah, pretty much the capacity on these bitches. So again, it's a beautiful thing to see because again, it just shows that this whole Halo, like stewardship of Halo, in the hands of fucking 343 has been a colossal mistake, and it's been a slow decay for years. It started with Halo 4 and it hasn't stopped since then. It's been a constant like downward slope and slide, and it's interesting to see and witness how this has all gone. From small retcons and changes in the lore to massive upheaval to eventually just people saying enough is enough. We've just again, it's all reached this boiling point, as it were.
Well, thankfully that's where we come in to pick up the ashes.
Oh, absolutely. Fan mods and everything always will, the things fans make will always surpass the original in almost every way, shape, and form imaginable. Again, I mentioned last night the whole Mass Effect mod with Jakuna and how incredibly cinematic. Like, again, aside from a few minor, and I do mean minor visual hiccups and slight gameplay concessions, it does feel like something out of BioWare's playbook, what this is. The writing, the gameplay, all of it. It feels like BioWare's work. So, that's saying something. But yeah, this whole thing has been just one colossal waste of time and money for everyone involved. Except us, obviously. We got away and start mocking it, and we'll probably steal the assets, use them all anyway. So it's like, haha, we win anyways, fuckers.
I mean, I checked some of them out on Halo Archive, and I was just not sure how to feel about them, because, like, a lot of it's just kind of redundant. Because, I mean, there's a few new models, like, they gave the Halo Infinite, like, Grunt Spec Ops armor, like, a new form of it, but it's like,
right.
Most of this stuff, it's, like, stuff we've seen before. It's not like anything... It's not like with Halo Infinite, where it's like, okay, I need some of these models because they're banished, like, higher quality... Well, I wouldn't say they're higher quality banished stuff from Halo Wars 2, because they just fucked that up and fucking... They didn't bother caring about the art style setup in fucking Halo Wars 2. They completely ignored it for Halo Infinite, and I'm not happy about that, but...
Yeah.
It sucked.
It's been one... How do I put it? It's been one huge, like I said, waste of time. It's been one gigantic problem left, right, and sideways. Just kind of witnessing everything falling apart in real time. And again, it's like you said, aside from a few things, in what's it called? Oh my god. Aside from like a few minor things and minor tweaks here and there and visuals, visual upgrades and whatever the case might be, there's nothing else to it really. There's nothing that stands out and makes me go like, oh my god, that's impressive. It's all just kind of there, Like, I'll put it this way. I like the art style. Yeah, I'm gonna be that weird motherfucker and say it. But I don't mind it. I don't mind how the Covenant look or the elites and brutes and anything like that. I think they look fine. And separated from Campaign Evolved, these could work in something else. I'm not disagreeing with that. I like some of the new Master Chief armors you can get in the campaign. I really like the Hunter armor because it just, to me, again, my headcanon is just, this is a let go little colony that's been inducted into the UNSC, and so they've made armor for it to kind of like get used to the idea of being a human. I like these ideas. I like the design of some of this stuff. I don't like the Blamite armor because that's like, that's just asking to get blown to bits.
Reminds you of something from Armageddon, doesn't it?
Oh, absolutely. And I'm starting to wonder, is somebody secretly a fan out there?
Yeah, it's almost like I made that because I wanted something unique for the Hunter in that like movie, and it only shows up for like 5 fucking seconds. And I spent all that time
Yeah,
on
but-
that shit.
And that one asshole from 343 is like, I'm gonna take that. Like no, like nobody will know. No one will fucking know. You know, it's that. I don't mind the giant, like obviously the shrunk down mech suit they give Chief. You know, which is obviously like based on the. I forget what it's called, but it's based off of
The
something specific. I like it.
Prototype suit
Yeah,
from
go ahead.
Halo Legends.
Yes, thank you. The prototype suit. I don't mind the look, but it's clearly not scaled correctly because it's made for, you know, a normal person that's supposed to be like a big fuck off thing. So, you know, once we get our hands on that, we'll just scale it properly, and there you go. That's the actual prototype suit. So again, I'm not too bothered with some of the stuff, but every